Boom. Okay. Apple has done it again. They've released mid. Listen, I know it's been a while since I've uploaded a video of me talking. Now, I'm looking at the ring. I'm looking at my fucking light over here. I'm sorry. I've come out of like the hole that I've been in, and I've thought, hey, I should make something good again. And what a better topic to show my disdain about than Apple. I hate Apple. I think you guys know this. I've made like, I think 1-2 videos about how much I hate Apple. I hate Apple. So what have Apple done this year? They've just added a USB-C port, and that wasn't even their decision. But it can play Resident Evil Village, Assassin's Creed, Death Stranding, my favorite walking simulator, all right, all at an amazing 30 FPS. Is that not what you want? No, because the real thing that you buy an Apple iPhone for is the camera. Because apparently a phone these days is not used to text or call or innovation in that regard, but camera. The thing I'm slowly starting to notice about Apple is that they're slowly going from innovations, because I mean they have been like innovating sort of on like the hardware front and like the actual software at times, but a lot of their innovation nowadays is starting to come from Android themselves, and that's why me personally, I'm a big advocate for Android. So seeing them rip off like widgets and the always on screen, like that shit that Android has already had, and they always give it that like traditional Apple fucking advertisement where it's like music, like the little like smooth transitions, you know, Apple budget. And how much are they charging for this phone? Let's find out. And of course it's already up for pre-order. Okay, base model $800. Okay, first let me check. If I choose the iPhone 15, so it's $800. Let me choose black. For 128 gigs, you are spending $800 base for the phone. That is insane that you're paying that much for a phone. You have to pay $1,200. Like, because I know it's $1,100, but plus tax, let's say $1,200. You're paying for just 128 gigs for Apple. Now, I know they have the iPhone 15 Pro Max. They don't have it on here yet. What the fuck? Yeah, there you go. I found it. So the Pro Max comes at default 1,200 as well. Black titanium without text, by the way. And you get a 1 terabyte of space for 1,600. So let's do the math. 1,600 minus the 1,200 base that you get for the 128 gig model. So that means they're charging you $300 for 1 terabyte. Now, in today's world, if you have a PC for that price, you can have a PC for that price. Regardless of that, you pay $300 for a 1 terabyte SSD. Basically, think of it in that way. I'm trying to put it in like in terms that like we can like communicate with, you know, because this is dumb shit. So $300, dude. I on Best Buy I can get like an $80 like SSD that has the exact same amount of storage, and you're telling me that iPhone 300? No. Like the only good thing that they're doing here really is just like I'll admit the whole gaming side of it, that whole like 30 FPS Assassin's Creed, Death Stranding, all that shit, that is kind of cool. Like I can sort of see where that can go, but realistically speaking, if you're spending 1,200 just to play a game on your iPhone, that is kind of dumb. You could buy a fucking PC for that price and probably play it at better specs and therefore get more FPS out of it. But no, it's all about the camera these days, because for some reason people want to take fucking selfies right behind some shit. I don't know, it's stupid. Like I've been pushing this since I think the beginning of my video of like my Apple hatred. But the ROG phone, okay? You want a phone that's really worth your time? Like, I understand, okay? Apple is usually made for the standard consumer, people who don't know how the fuck to use Android, because Android's OS is basically made for like brain dead idiots, because you just see like, oh, apps, everything's titled out for you. Android, you get a little bit more freedom. You can download apps that aren't trusted from the Google Play Store, shit like that. It's good for tweaking. You know, as a CS student, you kind of have that. You kind of need to have that. Let's see. ROG phone, this is the 7 Ultimate. It would think it was just released. So the default model, 16 gigs of RAM. How much does the iPhone 15 have? Let's find out. Okay, I don't even think they list this because they're afraid of you fucking looking at them. iPhone 15 Pro Max RAM size. 8. 16 gigs of RAM, and I've seen this phone before. I know that it's not just 16 gigs of DDR4 RAM. No. This is 16 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM. This is brand new. So you're getting high speeds with games and shit. I understand. Like, are you really gonna use the phone for games? No, not really. But guess what? 165 hertz. While iPhone over here, what's their refresh rates? 120. Wow, look at that. You actually get a bit more for what you pay. 6.7 inch. Oh, that's the same. You get AMOLED. You get like 1080p, obviously. I think the display resolution's a bit higher. Probably not. No. Screen resolution 1290, so it's like nearing that point of like 1440p. No, 1290. I think it's just like not even 2K resolution. It's like slightly above 1080p. Anyway, on top of this, hey, you notice how like usually your phone gets really hot during gaming? Because I mean, if you're gonna buy a phone for this amount of money, shit, it better be playing fucking games. So I better be getting 165 FPS on Five Nights at Freddy's. Guess what? You have an Aeroactive Cooler 7. What does that mean? It's just a fancy name for attachment fan, which is pretty cool. Look at that. Look at that. You get that attachment with the phone and with the purchase. When is iPhone gonna do that? They're taking shit out of the box. This whole thing with Apple, because like a few of my friends use iPhone, and I like to dog on them because of they're not like big brained like I am. What that? No, the iPhone users don't know what that is. Even Samsung users don't know what this is. Well, yeah, I know. The fabled aux port. You know, the shit that nobody has these days, because they just forgot about it. It's all to save fucking battery and shit. Now, let's see. Battery milliamps, okay? So, keep in mind, this phone, I don't know how old it is. I don't know if this was just released. I'll look. Actually, I can just look at the release date. Yeah, release date. Sorry, I'm dyslexic. It was released this year, April 13th. The iPhone barely just got released. So let's find out. Wait, and then I get okay. So let's find out. So the iPhone 15 Pro Max. This is the Max. This is the one that they usually say like, oh, hey, like, oh shit, I dropped my phone. This is the one they usually say like, hey, this has a lot more battery life. You get like 200% battery life. What? Whoa, that's really good. Anyway, 4,222 milliamps. Okay, pretty good. If you go over to the ROG 7, 6,000 milliamps. Now, you have me thinking, how is that even possible? That's too big for my iPhone brain, my Apple brain to work. How do they do that? They have two batteries. They have two 3,000 milliamp batteries in both sides. So one at the front, or one at the top of the phone, one at the bottom. Pretty cool. And I think even if okay, so what do you usually have lying around with Android phones? Oh, you have a shit ton of USB-C cables. I don't know what to do with all these. Guess what? This thing has two charging ports. Because why the fuck not? One on the side, so you can be charging it while gaming, and it doesn't like, you know, fuck up your hand. And you have another one on the side, so you can charge it like a normal phone. Whoa. Like I will suck ROG's dick before I even think about going over to iPhone, because iPhone does not do a lot of the things that they should be doing. Like innovation on the OS, they usually just implement things that like other companies have already done. Like, when are they gonna introduce, I don't know, like expandable storage again? Because they took that off as well. The ROG phone still has expandable storage, so guess what? If you want a terabyte more, boom, you can do that. Like, I don't know, it's just a bunch of shit. It pisses me off because people support the company, and I'm not making that money, and I'm jealous. This is all just projecting. I want that money. Give me your money. Fuck Apple, and I will continue to hate Apple with every fiber of my being until they make something good. I mean, they fumbled the ball with that fucking VR headset. I mean, it's like, why would you spend that much money on an experiment? Like come on, man. Like at least make it like for VR, like to work with your computer or something. Like, whoa, Apple doing it like VR, that would have been cool. But whatever. I mean, I'm just gonna keep on hating on Apple, and I'm just gonna keep on, like, in other words, fuck Apple.